Welcome to Well Read, a program about a little bit of this and a little bit of that at your Ames Public Library. I'm Jerry Hyde, Youth Services Manager at your Ames Public Library. Well, the school bells have rang for the last time, and children are talking and frolicking in the meadow and doing wonderful things outside and playing, and hopefully they're not inside watching television, but if they are, we have programs at the Ames Public Library for their engagement of summer learning. It was at one time, it was a thought that children should just be left alone all summer long and not have any engagement or just have freedom from the school. But research has shown, over 100 years of research has shown that it is important for our children to have some sort of engagement during that summertime so that summer slide doesn't happen. So, and that engagement includes adults, that engagement includes important places like your public library, and museums, and vacations, and conversations in the car, interactions, not just one way like watching TV or playing on your iPad or your computer, those interactions that are so important to gain those conversation skills. And that conversation skill is not only important for our young ones, but is also for our older adults that are reading during the summer as well, for that good role modeling. So with me today, I would like to share with you our experts that we have in our library and our important adults to your children and to your other adults and to you, our librarians here. And we're going to talk to you about and share with you some of the programs that we have here in the library. And so I'd like to introduce, many of them are, well, all of them are probably familiar faces to you, but let's go ahead and Mary, would you like to tell a little bit about yourself and where you work here in the library?
I am Mary, and I work up in the adult services area at Ames Public Library, so directly above the youth services area. I have been here for 20 years at Ames Public Library, so I've worked in a lot of different departments and with a lot of different staff over the years, and thoroughly enjoy being in our fabulous new library. I miss being so close to the youth services, I will admit, so I do my very best to come down and visit when I can, but yes, I'm upstairs in the adult services area of the public library.
I'm Breanne Anderson, or Bree, and I will have been here 5 years next week.
Wow.
So, yes, it's very exciting.
That's exciting.
It is. Yep, youth services librarian, so I'm full-time down here, downstairs, and love it. And summer is definitely something to look forward to because it gets busy in here.
That
which
it
is
does.
very nice. You get to see a whole bunch of people that you don't get to see during the school year and stuff, so it's really nice to reconnect with them and see how much the kiddos have grown.
Yes, and they do that.
They do.
I'm Rosie Francis, and I've been here at the library all of 2.5 months.
She's our newbie, so.
So
But jumped right in and wanted to be a part of our show, so
Absolutely,
wonderful.
Absolutely. And very excited for the summer, and I'll be talking about our very exciting book club
So-
and all the activities.
So we,
that we do.
and that's a wonderful transition, but we're going to hop up to the adult
Okay.
area to what programming they have going
Yes.
on during the summer, and kind of work ourselves from our older generation to our littlest generation,
Okay.
because we have programs for everyone.
We
so,
do.
What's happening up in the adult area?
Well, we believe that we shouldn't just let the children have all the fun, So as Jerry said, whether you're a caregiver and you want to model good summer reading behavior, or you're someone who is just interested in getting into a nice summer reading mode on your own for your own benefit, we've got a program for you. So we have a summer theme this year, which is called Escape the Ordinary, and you will find a very fresh and fun online reading program through our website. And for the adults who want to participate, we just ask you to choose to track either the books that you read or the hours that you read. So for every book you read or every 6 hours of reading time that you log, you will have an opportunity to enter your name in a drawing for a prize. Hopefully, we just think that it will be something that can keep you engaged in the summer. I would encourage people to think about the period between June 1st and August 31st as a time when you can really escape the ordinary. That could mean trying a new kind of book that you haven't read before. It could be choosing to read books about different places. You know, just have some fun with the theme. Continue to read the way you already read, but log your entries and you have an opportunity for some prizes.
And I understand, I know that I've talked with some adults too, that they kind of record their books anyway, so this is
That's
just kind of
true.
transferring it to the online version and
Yeah.
having that opportunity to win a prize, you know. And we
Yeah.
all like to win things and be a part of that.
That's
And,
right.
so it's a neat way of tracking. And
Yeah.
our summer reading program for the youth is very similar. We go out, you have to sign up for the program, and you can just go to our amespubliclibrary.org page, and there will be, starting on June 1st, a place that you can just click and go out and sign up for the different types of reading programs. And your theme, the adult theme, is Escape the Ordinary. And then we have our teen theme of Unmasked. And I believe there's a byline to that. Unmasked, maybe not. Unmasked, I guess that's it. It's got a strange looking people on it with their masks on, their book masks. And then, of course, the rest of the theme is Every Hero Has a Story, which I think kind of encompasses because we all are heroes and we all have stories and we all want to share those stories. So, so Bree, why don't you talk a little bit about the teen reading program then, because we've kind of designed it a little bit differently this year.
Yeah. For those of you who have kids in multiple ages and do multiple programs, you will be very excited this year because it's basically the same format. And the teens have always been a little bit different. And so we are having a bingo board
in more
this
ways
year.
than one, right? Sorry, teens.
Yeah, so there's a bingo board this year, and 5 across and 5 down, and it's full of not just reading. This is familiar to teens. Activities. Teens are very much involved in things. They don't necessarily just sit down and read. So perform a random act of kindness, or read for 20 minutes, or read to someone younger than you, or do all these fun things that try a new kind of book, a new genre, or a nonfiction book or something you're not familiar with. So they can pick any 5 in that across or down or however they want to do it. And after they do 3 rows of 5, they get all 3 of their prizes. And in any order, you can do 1 and come in and get a prize, or you can wait until you have all 3.
And tell me what those prizes are.
Very exciting. So the first one's going to be food. You can either choose fruit leather from Wheatsfield or a meal from Noodles and Company. So excited to have great sponsors for our reading program. We are very, very excited and thankful.
These businesses donate all these, and now we're not talking maybe 10 or 20, we're talking in the hundreds. So we are very appreciative of our Noodles and Company in Wheatsfield. And Wheatsfield has been a long time. I've been here 10 years, and they've been every year. So, and they give out a lot of fruit leathers, which is a very healthy food for all of us to have.
I have learned to really like those in the last year, so I'm actually kind of excited about that one this year, yes. And then the second prize is a free book. For our Friends Foundation has graciously, again, helped us purchase books so everybody can choose one of their own liking and for their home library. And then the third prize is, when you complete that, you get a ticket to go to the Ames Park and Rec to the ice arena and go ice skating, or to go to our library pool party at the end of summer, which is always very fun. And that one is, you do have to have a ticket in order to get into the pool party.
No one gets in there unless they have a ticket.
Yes.
But caregivers do not have, they have a ticket, but they don't have to earn it. But every reader has to, because it's celebrating the reading that the children have done. And so you've talked about the teen program, but again, like you said, the school age ones are very similar. With the different prizes, and right smack in the center, everyone has that free Eat a Healthy Meal, which we've kind of scheduled our programs around that healthy eating as well. So the meal that we talked about in the last show of Well Read. So, but then there's, on those 2 programs, there's also, if I'm a really good reader, That's not going to take me very long.
And we have a lot of those here in Ames.
Yes, we sure do.
So we always try to build in a little extra into our programs. And this year, for every 5 extra things you complete, you get an entry into our bonus drawings, which is really great. Yeah, and that's the fun part, because that you don't have to do a line. You don't have to. You can do whatever of those activities that you want. If you just want to read for 20 minutes and just keep doing that, great for those avid readers. Maybe if you're not such a great reader and you want to do some of the other things, you can do that. It's totally up to you. And some of the bonus drawings that you can get into, since we're back in our wonderful library again, we can go back to having our movie parties and our Wii parties. We weren't able to do that last summer and stuff, so this is exciting to be able to come back. You and your friends can come in and have parties. We can have lunch with a librarian. You get to pick one of us, and it could even be upstairs if you wanted to.
Okay, sure. I'll go out to lunch. Definitely.
It can be any librarian in the. It can be the library director. It's gone the whole
gamut. So, and you pick a restaurant, we'll go out to eat with you, and then. Let's see, other prizes. So we have a ginormous, we kind of have this theme of large stuffed animals at the library. And so we have a very large penguin that's just really cute.
Big and round.
Yes, very
really
much like an Angry Birds kind of a penguin. And then also the softest, cuddliest gorilla. It's so cute.
He's kind of round too.
Kind of a little bit, yep. And then a whole bunch of prize baskets of things that we have books and games and activities and stuff for kids.
And we have these separate ones because when you do those 5 squares of whatever activities or reading that you're doing, you get to choose online what prizes you want to put it in. So, and then it's a random drawing on September 1st. We always get it done the day after the end of the program. And then we give you a call and we schedule those Wii and movie parties, and it is a lot of fun to have all those different things happening. So we'll go to our toddler program as well, and I'll speak to that a little bit. And toddlers have a lot of toddlers and infants, so even our new grandmas and grandparents and our new moms can participate in this. So it's for children of all, that newborn, not quite out of the hospital even, you could start, to that reading aloud preschooler. So depending on how you as a parent want to handle it, you can choose this toddler infant one. And those are early literacy activities that you do. And again, the same type of concept of crossing it off and completing the bingo. And this prize, you get the same choices, but there is a difference. Some of our youngest ones aren't eating, so the Wheatsfield and the Noodles and Company prize isn't quite the, so we have some little rubber duckies that they can put in their bathtub, so you can have that choice. And that's just for the infants and toddlers. And then it is also very important for us to note that we have a group type of thing. So our daycares and any tutoring groups or people that have groups, book clubs even, if you're reading together, there's a reading page for you, and in this case, it is just reading 20 minutes and doing that. The activities are not necessarily there, but it's another way that you can earn a book for your home library, which we also know that studies show that having that book available at all times is very important for your reader to gain skills throughout the summer and throughout the school year. So those all can be found at amespubliclibrary.org, and then on June 1st, you'll be able to double click on the little icon and go out to our electronic version. But if you're not comfortable with going, or you don't have internet at home and you want us to, we do have these hard copies that we'll be handing out, and we'll help you here log it in. But the logging in is really very nice for the statistics of it. So selfishly, I've really enjoyed having it online, but it is one less piece of paper to have at your house as well. So those are wonderful things to keep the kids engaged in reading and recording that, and the adults recording that. But there's also another way that the library is very good at, in my unbiased opinion, very good at engaging our community members at the library, and that's through our programming. And Mary, I know that you have some some unique programs happening in June.
We do. And so I encourage everyone to keep aware of our Page One newsletter, which you can pick up in print form here at the library, or you can have it delivered to your email as well. And that has the whole calendar of events each month. You can definitely refer to it frequently, I hope. In June, we decided to host a couple of programs on the theme of Escape the Ordinary, and we're going to be escaping to the past. And there will be a walk around downtown Ames, led by the director of the Ames Historical Society, who's going to take folks around and just do a little bit of a history walk downtown Ames, and that is on Monday, June 9th, I believe is the date. Check Page One for details. So early in the month, though, there will be like after work, 5:30 till 6:30, just a quick little walk around downtown. So that's Escape to the Past. And then we're going to be escaping to the wild on a Sunday afternoon in June. And there will be an expert from Jack's Outdoor Gear Store in West Ames. And they will be talking about setting up camp and just different ways to prepare to escape to the wild. And so we think those two programs, might, be something that folks would want to try. If you haven't come to a library program before, I hope that folks will certainly check us out. In addition to that, though, we have the start of our Bookends at the Bandshell series. We've been running that for well over 10 years now, and that begins the last full weekend in June. So the last Friday of June, over the noon hour, from 11:30 till 1:30, we'll have Jen McClung, who is a really fabulous local musician, singer-songwriter with an incredible voice. And she has performed before there, as well as in the library. So I invite folks to grab their lunch, or maybe after they finish their morning activities at the library, families, daycares, might like to walk over to our beautiful Ames Bandshell Park and have some lunch, healthy lunch, and enjoy some live music. So that's on Friday, the last Friday. And then on the last Sunday of June, there will be a special concert between 6 and 8. And we'll be featuring at night, and we'll be featuring Flying Pig, Fiddle, and Banjo, and they are just a very lively duo. They play bluegrass and traditional music, Appalachian sound.
And both bands are family-friendly bands.
Very
too.
much so.
I mean, just because it's slated on the adult services side does not mean that it's just for adults or adults.
Thank you for saying that, because I think it's a great way for a family to spend some time. You could be out on the playground equipment or sitting under the tree having a picnic, and the children could be running around with a whole lot of open green, gorgeous space. Yes. And you can be enjoying live music and supporting local musicians. So I think that's really super. And then in addition to that, we have a lot of programs happening all the time that I hope folks are finding out about. We do a computer basics series, and that'll be resuming in June. We have Conversations in English that occurs on Mondays. And actually, there'll be a couple of authors visiting us here at the Ames Public Library in June. And so, again, I just hope folks will take a look at the calendar and give us a try if they haven't already discovered us.
And they don't all necessarily have to go to Page One, because if you go to our homepage, and that center part is our activities that are currently happening, and if you just double click on those activities, it'll take you to that June calendar, and you can see the whole array of programs that we're hosting here at the Ames Library. So sounds like a lot of fun.
It is going to be great. And that's just June. But
that's just June.
I don't want to hog the show here, but there are some things happening in July and August too.
No, we can, that's great, because the library is a very busy and wonderfully cultural place. So wonderful place to have conversations with each other and with your children and other people's children. And it doesn't always have to be your own children that you're talking with or and having that dialogue. So let's go ahead and go. I know we have some really awesome teen programs happening too, and they're weekly. Starting the first week of June.
Yep, every Wednesday afternoon. Tanvi has an amazing lineup. Like, I really wish I were a teen, because I want to participate in a lot of these things. We are going to make full use of our facilities. She's going to have a dodgeball tournament, some really cool things. And I heard dodgeball, and I'm like, no! I'm terrible at it, but she's got some, she was explaining it to us yesterday, some really fun different rounds of doing it. So it's not all just like smacking each other and getting your team out. There's like different competitions that she'll have going around. Like
from what I understood, like if you get knocked out or you knock someone out, then you go to the other person's team.
Yeah.
So it's not a competitive,
yes.
you know, let's kill
Or
everybody
she's
type
got
of thing.
pop bottles,
Yeah.
and like each team will have some, and you have to protect. You know, if the other team knocks them down, then the goal is to get them all down and stuff. So it's not just your typical like ordinary.
Right.
There's really cool spins on it. She's playing Quidditch. Hello, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
So we saw this at Iowa State one time. They have a group that does it, and it's fascinating. So I'm excited to see the teens do it here. But it's obviously a land-based Quidditch game. I wish we could all be in the world of Harry Potter. But
So those programs are all on Wednesday afternoons, right after we're serving the lunch next door at the for the Hunger Coalition, and at 12:45 to 1:45 on Wednesday afternoon, starting in June through the end of July.
Yep.
And we're going to hop on over to Rosie here and talk about our tween programming, or our first through fourth, fifth grade, kindergarten through first, and those are on Monday afternoons. And can you share a little bit about what's going on then?
Yes, absolutely. The program is going to be a book club that we're running this year, and it's going to be kindergarten through fifth grade. And the books we are going to read, we're going to actually split the kids up into two groups. It'll be kindergarten through third, and then third through fifth. So the third graders can decide which group they want to join. And the younger kids are going to read, among other books, Princess in Black, which I know Danielle is very excited to share. Yes, it's all about a ninja warrior princess. So we're excited about that book. And the older kids are going to read Powerless by Matthew Cody. The book club is actually going to run for 8 weeks, all through June and July. We won't have it on the 29th of June. That's the one Monday that we will skip. And the thing that I am really very excited about are the activities that we're planning with the book club. And those are STEM-related activities. Nationally, there is a huge push for STEM. That is science, technology, engineering, and math. And we are very excited to offer those activities here at the library. And as part of those activities, we'll be building bridges. We'll have experts come and talk to us about what they do, engineers. And we will have many other STEM-related activities and experiments that we're going to run. And we are very excited for that. As I said, it'll meet every Monday from 12:45 to 1:45. We're trying to run it like a book club with stations, where we'll have a book club station, and then there will be a STEM station and a literacy-based station as well. All the kids who participate will receive a book.
And can you tell us about that third through sixth grade book? I know there's something special that goes along with that.
Yes, I was saving it to the very end.
Okay, tell us what that is all about, because it's an awesome grant that the Story County's libraries have gotten, and so share that a little bit.
Yes, so through this grant, we have been able to purchase books for the kids, and the kids actually receive a copy of the book, Powerless, and the other books. And the very exciting event that happens in August is we are going to Skype with the author of Powerless. Matthew Cody is going to be Skyping with us. And this will be after the book club is actually over. So we would like to invite all of our Story County partners too to come and join us for the Skype event.
So the library director at the Slater Public Library has done this now for the second year and has written for this grant that it's an all Story Counties read book. And so all the libraries in Story County are reading the same book and discussing it, and then there's a special activity. Now, we happen to pursue the Skyping type of partnership with that, and we're inviting, like Rosie said, our Story County partners, but they have also have a day down at Camp Dodge that they're going to see those heroes down at our military heroes that are down there, and we'll be able to spend a full day down there as well. So that's also happening that same week that we're having the Skyping opportunity. So it's a really great opportunity to show how our libraries are working together and pursuing that right book in the right hands, you know,
And it's
that-
also, if you want to hop in on this, if you're going to be going into 5th grade next year, Powerless is one of our battle books for
Battle
next
books.
year.
Oh, it
Yes.
is.
And so you get a
Yes.
jump on reading
on,
that.
on
first.
that on
Yes.
that part too. So
Yeah.
so lots of wonderful things going on, and to kind of hop on to our younger group, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday mornings we have programs for our families, and they'll be station-like activities, and it's all focused around heroes and different types of heroes. Some of them are animal heroes, some of them are community heroes, some of them are who we are, our own heroes, and we'll celebrate all those types of heroes through puppetry, through, let's see, you have some sort of monster toothpaste or something? Yes, that we're doing.
Yes.
The toothpaste, you know, so some science and STEM activities
Yes.
in that program as well. We have those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, and then Thursday night, the Milk and Bookies is turned into fantastic superheroes that we'll take some of those, one or two of those different things that happen throughout the week and focus on that. And also have milk and bookies, or milk and cookies. So we've got, and then for our youngest age group, we have our baby time that will be the same times as it has been, because babies need engagement as well,
Yes.
and they need to continue that continuous engagement of sign language and reading and music. So those standard ones will be there as well. So, Rosie, you have a brochure that
Yes.
that you can find all those activities in. We have that available at our desk. It should have gone home in some of the schools as well, and you can find that online again on our calendar. So wonderful activities. We've kind of just did a very fast track of the different things that are happening all summer long and in June. But the important part is that the library is your place to bring your children, your own children, or maybe your neighbor's children, and spend that time to engage them in different activities that will help with their summer slide, or hopefully to prevent the summer slide, so that they can start school then again in the fall, and our teachers can start them at the grade level that they are instead of doing the catch-up, you know, for the first 3 months. So research shows that that engagement, that conversation with that specific adult or with an adult is important. And we have some wonderful expert adults here in the youth services area, in the adult services area, for you to come in and engage us and let your child be engaged with us, and we'll find them that right book at the right time for them, which will only increase their success in school and increase their success in their future lives, and that is what we want. Mary has our successful adults upstairs,
right.
and we
Lifelong
want
readers.
our kids to be successful adults so they can frequent the Ames Public
Yeah.
Library in the adult services area. So it's all a win-win. So whether or not you have children or grandchildren, bring them on in and share them here with us at the Ames Public Library. But even better yet, if you know there's a family in your neighborhood that maybe needs a little extra help engaging them in conversation, that will help them as well. So until next time, happy reading.